but we believe that if the Palestinians resort to the ICC, it will badly damage the atmosphere with the very people with whom they ultimately need to make peace. Go ahead.
On Friday, the hopes were up that we're heading towards some sort of an international effort to broker a ceasefire. The EU, United Kingdom and France and Germany, and was possibly the United States with possible U.S. involvement. But these hopes were dashed, I guess, by this morning. And can you tell us if there's any effort by the Secretary of State or by the United States to actually bring about a ceasefire?
Absolutely. One, let me say that the Secretary has remained engaged with the Israelis, the Palestinians, with a range of countries that have a stake in seeing a peaceful outcome. That has been the case over the course of the last several days, and he spent logged quite a few hours on the phone working on this particular issue. In addition, we've also been working with our counterparts from the Arab world and Europeans as well in the UN, working through the UN Security Council to see if there's a process that can be taken in conjunction with efforts that the Egyptians are leading on the ground to bring about an end to a ceasefire as well. So we remain very closely engaged in this. The Secretary does, Frank Lowenstein does, a range of important and high-level officials here at the State Department and around the administration.
So you're saying that there is an ongoing effort outside the Egyptian negotiations or the Cairo negotiations?
No, I was not saying that. I was saying that we remain closely engaged with both parties as well as the Egyptians. Egyptians count as a counterpart that has a stake in the outcome. They've obviously been leading this effort on the ground. The UN effort would be complementary of that, but we've certainly been working with our partners in the Arab world and as well as Europeans on that as well at the same time.
Mahmoud Abbas today said, the Palestinian Authority president, said today that if the Cairo talks fail, which is like he gave like a couple of days, then they will go to the United Nations and they would actually seek some sort of a timetable to end the occupation. Would you be supportive of that?
Well, Said, I think we believe we support President Abbas's objective to achieve a two-state solution, but we believe that if the Palestinians resort to the ICC, it will badly damage the atmosphere with the very people with whom they ultimately need to make peace. And so our focus remains on achieving a sustainable ceasefire, not by resorting to unilateral actions in international fora, and that's why we remain focused on the efforts the Egyptians are leading and also working with our counterparts in the UN.
The Israeli raids seem to be intensifying with every passing day rather than ebbing, so to speak. They're not abating. And as a result, you have, a very badly deteriorating humanitarian situation, apartment buildings being blown out to smithereen, kids are not able to go to school on time and so on. Are you concerned that this situation may actually even get worse than it is today?
Well, certainly that's our hope that it doesn't. We remain very focused on this because we believe that ending the violence now, bringing up about a sustainable ceasefire will, of course, bring an end to the civilian casualties, bring an end to the fear that many people in the region live under. So certainly we're aware, we all watch the news reports, we talk to counterparts in the region about what's happening on the ground, and that's why the Secretary has logged several hours, why we've had officials in the region working closely on these issues with their counterparts as well.
Jen Psaki gave a bizarre, contrived, and morally bankrupt argument for why the U.S. insists that the Palestinians shouldn't pursue justice by joining the International Criminal Court. It would badly damage the atmosphere. As if Israel killing and injuring Palestinians in large number doesn't badly damage the atmosphere. As if Israel's ongoing land theft, occupation, and oppression of the Palestinian people doesn't badly damage the atmosphere. If you think the U.S. and Israel's actions towards the Palestinians has been legal and just, it should raise a red flag that the State Department would give such a perverse excuse for why the Palestinians shouldn't sign a treaty in order to join the International Criminal Court. It's been announced that there's another truce. Let's hope that it holds and that Israel will end the blockade and occupation and that the Palestinians will get the justice they deserve. Please use the YouTube tools to share this video with everyone you can. Click on the video and then share the playlist. Subscribing to this channel helps boost this platform to help get the message out.